Hi guys, it's Mershuas'Lessons from Pulpit. Once again, anti-favorite host. So today we made jottings. Sorry, I have not been consistent with this thing. Sometimes it's in background. Sometimes it's just like there's a lot going on basically. So that's why we're not consistent with it. But yes, as usual, today I used my phone to make jottings from church. Okay, so we attended June 31 as in Lagos here in Abule, and the topic was Divine Renewal by Pastor Mrs. Felicia Adeyokono. So it was an interesting service to start with. It was very, very interesting, and we learned several things. What does divine means? What does renewal means? We learned that divine means something that's relating to God. Basically, that's what it is. If they say divine favor, if you hear divine blessings, you know that this blessing is coming from God, or you know that this favor is God. It's something that you don't deserve, but then you somehow it came to you. So we're saying that renewal means the state of being made new. That's the state of being fresh, refreshed. It's just like the word renewal. It's coined from the word renew. So it's like becoming new again. They're becoming fresh again. The oil is becoming refreshed and everything in between. So we learned that in the place of waiting for God to renew you, or for God to bring things to a better place, we cannot do things without Him. That's one thing that we learned. We cannot do without Him. It means that then we read through the book of Isaiah chapter 40 from verse 28 to 31, where so that last part where talked about body that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength, blah blah blah. Mount up with wings as eagles, they shall run and not be weary, they shall walk and not faint. But yes, while we are waiting, so she gave examples of but they that wait upon the Lord, it will renew their strength. But are you really waiting? Take for example, you are waiting on the Lord, you are praying, and then somebody just step on your toe, like, why did this? Or something happens, and then you're waiting on the Lord, but then you're just in between. These things, many of us are actually guilty of it. But there's the part where you're waiting on the Lord. Okay, you're praying, and then you're consistently praying, and then somebody just calls you and like, hello. When she mentioned that, somebody came to my mind that I had to shout amen at that part. So she was like, you're praying and you're in church, or basically you're even doing your devotion. Somebody just calls, hello. That's not truly waiting on the Lord, because you are beginning to get distracted by things. When you're waiting on the Lord, you should avoid all form of distractions, everything that would not glorify the Father. How do we wait on God? Be alone with God. Set a timer that you can tag alone with God, and that's the Bible passage. Scriptural references is from Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 1. And when you're saying alone with God, it's not that time you will now do. Sometimes some of us try to use music. Sometimes some of us will try to justify this alone with God by saying, okay, let's do alone with God, and then you're now doing other things in between, like you're praying, and then you're now deciding that that's the time that you want to be washing clothes, because as you are washing clothes, the Spirit will be entering. Shut up. Everything is somehow intertwined. When she was talking about this, I was like, may I still do it too? Because then I can say that, okay, let's just, let's stir up the atmosphere. But then we learned that, that's the time that we have dedicated to God. So that's the time that we should use, not that there isn't to do other things. Because some people say they are fasting, but that's when they will watch film. So that time will go, they will not know when the time is going, they will fast. When you are sleeping too much, you are not waiting on God. When you pray and there's no answer, keep waiting. That's one thing that we learned. There's the part of waiting worship by, singing worship songs. Sometimes it's not just singing that is worship. Sometimes it's just blessing His name, just saying, Lord, I thank you because you are good. Lord, I thank you because you are kind. Lord, I thank you because you are awesome. Or you're just thanking Him because He's sufficient. He is the one who has kept you so far. There's the part of waiting in thanksgiving, particularly for life. there's so many times that many of us are down. Sometimes we're worried and we're like, this year no jail. But then what did they say? They said we should wait in worship, we should wait in thanksgiving, wait in serious prayers, not jelenke prayers or small prayer like, oh, they say we should pray, Jesus, thank you. Do you know what is going on in this world now? And you are doing, my sister, pray. You can't be in the presence of God and lose. Pray until something happens. Operation push. So there's a part of meditating in His word while waiting on God. Meditating in His word. Joshua 1:8 says that this book of the Lord shall not depart out of my mouth, but I shall meditate therein day and night, even to do according to all that is written therein. So you shall make your way prosperous and you shall have good success. There's a bit part of have faith, rugged faith, strong faith, enlarged faith. Sometimes it's not like we're saying that, okay, don't have, if your faith is as small as a mustard seed to move the mountain, but then have strong faith. Have that faith that whatever, come what may, whatever situation, whatever it is, these things will work out. This thing would, manifest. You must be patient in waiting. See, you will see your mates recently. Oh God, it has not been funny. It has not been funny at all, because I have friends who they are doing beautifully well. Some of them are even doing something that I do too. They're also doing things that I have interest in, and I'm like, this person, I started before this person, but somehow she has already grown. Somehow this person has improved. And they're like, what's going on? But then there's patience in waiting. Don't worry, you want to, how did you do it? I want to do it that way. If you try that way, it will not work for you. So there's a part of patiently waiting and patiently listening to what He has to say. Not, oh God, I want you to do this thing for me. And you're telling God, it is your will. But then as you're telling God it's your will, you already have alternative that, this is how I'm going to do it. So when I turn like this, and you are trying to tell God that, God, I want your will, but I want your will to align with what I want. Sometimes we have to release these things that, okay, this is it. This is what you want to do. Take the will. Not like you're dictating for God. Sometimes when we do these things, God says yes, even though that's not His perfect will. But because you want it and you desire it, because you feel like, that's the easiest thing to do, He says yes to it. There's no alternatives to God. Serving God is actually beautifully sweet. Where are you running to? Farabale. So that's the summary of Mershuas'Lessons from Pulpit today. It was lessons from Sunday service, 23rd March 2025.